After causing the Great Trial, after bringing Earth under one banner, OMSK was able to create one of the most powerful interplanetary organizations in the galaxy, colonizing many planets, bringing their rule upon many peoples. However, due to failures at intergalactic diplomacy and tensions from within, both from more democratic and authoritarian wings of the government, some consider OMSK to be in great peril. But even as this happens, OMSK conquests and expansion are not set to the side. Today, Governor Yazov XV, former general in command of the entire empire, is leading a new expedition into a new world, a world unknown to OMSK, but inhabited by sentient life. It's time to claim this world for ourselves and maybe expand OMSK in the process. Who knows if they'll accept our role, and who knows if OMSK even will be able to survive. Well, it feels good to be back playing as OMSK once again. We've had some fun times so far, and I can't wait to see what happens as we move forward throughout this mega campaign. I don't even know what this is at this point, but it's quite... Equestria War did get a new update, which adds some stuff that I might play around with soon, but of course right now we have important business to get to, also known as important business of conquering this world as OMSK, possibly. OMSK is added to the game on these two tiny islands right next to New Maryland, a small colony state. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we'll be doing, hopefully, today. Yeah, we're nowhere near the power level we were when we rose from Alaska from the vault after the Great Trial. We have a bit of manpower on these islands from our colonization efforts, but not much. I think it's 1 million and like 3 million. So that's not even as much as the Griffonian Empire original state has, so we're not strong by any means, but we do have the potential to get pretty strong, I guess. Start off with some options to, just do some basic, kind of unfinished stuff, but hey, at least there's a focus tree, at least I made a focus tree. I mean, at least, the OMSK gods made me a focus tree, It starts off pretty basic, you're just banning democracy. Why are we banning democracy? I don't know, it's just not gonna work out for us today, okay? But yeah, so we'll do that. And unfortunately, we also have to demobilize our economy, which is no good, but yeah, we really don't have the war support, I guess, to keep going like this. There. We'll get more war support soon enough, I think. I don't know. But yeah, our goal is complete world conquest, though. We have a long ways to go, honestly. We need to capture Griffinheim to essentially take over Griffonia, and Canterlot to technically take over Equus. That's our goal for today, but unfortunately things might not be going so well for the greater OMSK interplanetary empire. I don't really know what to refer to it as, cause we're OMSK. We're the OMSK colony and they're like space OMSK. And my fellow chaps, it's with a heavy heart that I bring you the sad news that OMSK, or at least space OMSK, is not doing so well. They, have been having some issues lately with other places in space, and they're not gonna be much of a help to us anymore because of a lot of reasons. And yeah, so we're kind of on our own for now, but that it doesn't really mean too much. We're just losing a lot of stability, but that's it's okay. We can recover. But considering the situation, it's probably best now that we start researching things on our own because we can't just really depend on Space OMSK to help us out. We have to do our own research and do things by ourselves now. We need to take over one of these major cities to start upgrading our science base. Also, we have, we have some old generals and some new generals. We have a human guy. We also have not a Shaky and Victor, the one inhabitant of this world sympathetic to our cause. Nice, we're also now trading with Skyfall and we've unlocked our research too, which will be very helpful. We can now research more than one thing at a time, even though we're still pretty far behind in terms of this research potential, but we should be fine. So now, my diabolical plan for planetary domination continues, because it's hard to put in some random human guy as the leader, he's not gonna work out well. But what we can do is we can take one of their own kind, make them the leader, yeah. There's always that one guy, you know, who's always gonna side with the aliens when the aliens invade, and they're always the smart one, you know? And of course, we also need some alliances, naturally, and there are other islands, you know, other people to make alliances with. Our good friend, Herman Mayer, he's kinda crazy, he's a wild adventurer, obviously someone we can trust. Also, these dragon guys, I'm sure they would love to join our cause or whatever. I don't know, we'll see. And perfect, we have created our faction of friendship, obviously. It's called Oceania, obviously just because we're like islands and stuff. Like Oceania, the continent, not in reference to anything else, of course. But yeah, now we'll go ahead and occupy Cross Island, this little island above us. Most of the world still isn't aware of us. We still have some leeway to take this stuff. You know, we'll make it a little easier too to potentially maybe blockade the Commonwealth off a little bit from influence over here, because we're not really well suited to take out a country this big, where we're pretty small and pretty weak. We'll have to be very strategic if we want to be successful here. Okay, so we've taken it, and we will put a small garrison over there. Let it these divisions a little more. We'll make them 20 widths, and then we'll try to add at least one support company to them for this first war. We have multiple options of who we can get wargals to go after first. We can also just justify against anybody, but it takes quite a while. I think the best option though is probably New Maryland. We'll attack them first. We also can get cores on all of them, but there's a pretty severe penalty too when we do that, and our stability is also pretty bad. And now with our pretty nice position out here, with this island next to all the sea zones bordering New Maryland, it's pretty easy for us to stop their communication lines, maybe with some space station communication jammers too. So now we can fight them one-on-one, you know. Well, they're still in this faction, but not for long. Okay, and I think it's time to invade. It looks like Hawkland's gonna try something too, which is very nice of them, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. We don't have that many divisions, but they're decent divisions. They don't have any support companies, so not the best, honestly, but they should be better than whatever New Maryland has, and their division should be under-equipped, even though they have more. Conquest down, many more to go. Yeah, we'll now do Imperator Marylandia, get cores on everything, but lose a lot of stability, which we don't really have in the first place. Now we can also start integrating some of our friends in Oceania. I think our focus broke with these guys and they didn't join, but we will be able to annex them anyways. I guess whoever made this mod needs to fix some issues, but other than that, yeah. Yeah, and to integrate them, we have to invest into them, which means pretty much giving up all of our civilian factories for 140 days, which at the cost of integrating both these countries isn't too bad. The only sad part is that there aren't many factories here and here, and there aren't many factories in New Maryland where we occupied too. There are a bit of factories up here, but we don't get cores up here, so it's kind of unfortunate. We have a bit of mills now. I guess if we invade Wingbarty fast enough, we can maybe defeat them. Okay, and our investments are done. We have our civs back, and we've annexed these guys. We also got one Dragon Warband division. Unfortunately, we can't really add more dragons to it. We can just add other random divisions around it, I guess. That's interesting. I guess we could use that, possibly. We have now deemed Victor Yazov XVII, obviously. Since we've ceased communication with, Space OMSK, we can just continue our own line of the Yazovs. Yeah, and I guess we can maybe deal with Wingbarty. I don't know. I really can't tell if we should go after them. Yeah, our division count looks pretty good, but they have these two puppets. Should probably deploy more divisions over around here to put on this line. And I guess a guy for here too. Okay, well I guess we'll try. We're never going to be able to beat them if we let them build up, so now is our only chance, really. I know they have more divisions than they're showing. Maybe that's because they're trying to do a naval invasion, but I don't know. there we go. We're just in a separate war with these guys. And now that we own Carthan, we can now go on to developed science base. Now we can research things at a kind of decent speed. And we're going to just have to indefinitely occupy all of like Wingbardy and stuff, just because we can only get cores on the major cities, not just the entire country. Okay, and before we can get our core on Carthan, we also have to take out Nova Griffonia and Vidina. We just need to take this one state, so we better go after them first before Stalingrad takes them all for themselves. Okay, time to invade, let's do this. But with them in this war, they should be distracted enough that we can land in all their major cities. Usually they won't capitulate until you take some of the cities over here though, so we still have a while to go. Oh, wow, they instantly redeployed a lot of divisions up here, yeah. There we go. We only need to take this state, so hopefully Stalingrad doesn't take it. Yeah, there. Okay, now finally a war against a small power as we finish up the conquest we need to get our cores on all these major coastal cities. Okay, now we control a lot of like random coastal areas in this one place too. We're not very well off with manpower, mainly just because of occupying so much stuff. And with Stalingrad attacking the Yaks over here, we won't ever get a better opportunity to invade them ourselves. They're only gonna keep getting more powerful. So I got this war goal against their puppet and we'll go after them. Okay, there we go. Huh. That was kind of a close one there. There we go, now we have a pretty powerful puppet. Now we will maybe further our ambitions towards one of the 2 points that we need to conquer in order to fully take control of this world. They're in quite a difficult war right now, so we're not gonna get a better chance than this. I'll probably wait for my puppet to build up some divisions, and then we can start the invasion. Anyways, time to invade before they fall. We just need this one city. I feel like it's gonna be quite the difficult one to get. The changelings definitely might try to contest it and get it from us, but as long as we get that one, we should be fine and we shouldn't have to fight another war. Oh yes, okay, phew, we can barely take it. Oh, that's lucky, very lucky. Otherwise we would have had to fight the changelings. They still probably will declare war on us, but at least for now we're fine. Yeah, the borders are, a little questionable. Oh yeah, and they have a war goal against us now. We can also now do this focus, which gives us cores on a few places, since we got Canterlot, so that's nice. Yeah, this is not good. Huh. Oh no, that was some intense microing. It was such a bad situation. I even had to delete my front line just to micro everything, and that finally seemed to change the tide a little bit at least. Anyway, I'm just gonna request everybody's forces and then make a new front line now. I think things are finally good enough that we can have a front line because they are pretty weak. We've encircled so many of their divisions and they must be so low on equipment. I think we finally may have won it. Okay, wow. Oh yes, and now we have solidified our rule. We've made the borders look nice, even though this is a little weird with these guys, but it's fine. We're pretty powerful now. We only have to take this one city, and if all goes well, we should only have to go through 2 more enemies, and then we'll be there. But Aquilia is pretty strong. They have a lot of divisions, more than we do, but we do have a few tanks ready, so it should be generally fine. Oh no, whoa, whoa, oh no, wait, what's going on with these divisions? What's wrong with my... Yeah, I have no clue what originally happened there. At least things are better now, but, okay, perfect. More difficult than I thought it would be, but still not like the worst. Well, it kind of was at first there for a second, but yeah. Well, the Republic formed this really weird buffer around the new empire, so I guess I'll just invade around it. I don't know where all their divisions are, but I guess they'll just make it easy for us. Okay, good. Yeah, now we can take the last point that we need. Well, it looks like we won, and I don't know if we'll ever reunite with Space OMSK or anything, or if this is just, you know, we're just gonna be doing our own thing here, but at least we've pretty much established our dominance over this world, pretty much. We'll see what happens in the future. But if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you all next time.